What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. Sharky speaking. I hope you're all doing really well. So I'm just outside this place, St James's Park, previewing this weekend's game against opponents Bournemouth at St James's Park. This is the second of back-to-back games at this ground, a game which I believe we can actually win. This video will be split into three parts, so what I'm going to be doing is talking about Bournemouth first, then talking about my team Newcastle United, and then finally my final thoughts and score predictions at the end of this video. So if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe to 100% NUFC. The aim is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the season. If we can hit that, if we don't, we don't. That is the target. That would be awesome. Appreciate it. If you can go along and subscribe, it's free. And if you want to hit the like button as well, I'd really appreciate that as well. The more likes, the better. It shows that you love the content. And if you want to put your comments in down below of your thoughts going into this one, predictions, feel free to do that down below in the comments. So first of all, we're going to talk about the form of both teams. First of all, let's bring up the Premier League table. Bournemouth are currently 6th in the Premier League. What a start of the season that they've had. This is their 4th season in the Premier League. You know, it's a fairy tale for them. You know, they've currently won 6 games, they've drawn 2 games, and they've lost 3. That is a very good record. Considering that Bournemouth aren't exactly the biggest club, they don't spend a lot of money, or when they do spend money, they spend it wisely. They don't exactly get the biggest attendances, but Bournemouth are a family club, they're a community club, and they play with their hearts on their sleeves. And Eddie Howe's done a brilliant job, you know, at AFC Bournemouth. You know, they're not scared to get at teams. You know, they play well home and away. They play with a no fear attitude. And when I say a fairy tale, Bournemouth were 1 game away from going to the non-league, which is the 5th tier of English football. So Eddie Howe has done a brilliant job to get Bournemouth on the rise to the Premier League, and they get better season on season. You know, Eddie Howe for me is good enough to manage England one day. Eddie Howe is good enough to manage in the top 6. You heard that. Eddie Howe is good enough to manage in the top 6. For what he's done at that football club, he has worked wonders. Some of the players, you know, that he's brought into that football club, they're just gems. I mean, let's look at their threats going at this one on Saturday. You've got to watch out for Callum Wilson. He's an English striker. He's currently scored 7 goals this season, which is a brilliant return, you know, for him. He's a bit like Jamie Vardy. If you look, he plays off the last man. He likes to play off the last centre back. He's got the pace, you know, to get into teams. Bournemouth are a pacey team, and if you think he was bad, you've got to watch out for Scottish left winger Ryan Fraser. What a player he is. You know, he is a Scottish international. He's had a couple of assists already this season. He scored 4. So he's someone who you've got to watch out for from the wing. Also in that midfield, the young signing that they've just got from Sheffield United, David Brooks. He is a Welsh midfielder who has really gone places, you know, since signing from Sheffield United. You know, he's only 20 years old and he's got 3 goals already in the Premier League. He's a very tricky customer. He likes to get forward, he likes to make things happen, and he scores really good goals. He's not like one of them strikers where it's like tap-ins. He scores very good goals. He's a team player. He likes to work, you know, with the team. He likes to assist. For me, we've got to watch out for him because I think this David Brooks is going to be something special. I can see this David Brooks potentially playing in the top 6 in the next 3 years. Mark my words. He is a very special player, and you've got to mark him. If you don't mark him, we'll get punished. Bournemouth, you know, like I say, they've got pace all over the pitch. They're a very tricky team, you know, to come up against, and if you're not on your game, Bournemouth will punish you time and time and time again. The last time that we played AFC Bournemouth here in St James's Park, they scored in the 90th minute. They beat me by a goal to 0. I remember I was at the game. Cook scored, and for me they deserved to win the game last season, no question about that. At the Vitality, we got a 2-2 draw. We deserved the win, but we got the point, so we managed to get a point from Bournemouth all of last season. Let's look at my team, Newcastle United. So I think it's a game which I expect us to win, but it's not going to be easy. Like I say, Bournemouth are a brilliant team. You know, they're in the top 6. Yes, they've lost 2-1 against Manchester United, but it's Manchester United. You know, Man United blow hot and cold this season. They are expected to beat teams like Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are expected to sort of pull back when it's gone badly wrong for them. I think if you look at our team, Bournemouth are going to be a tougher opposition than Watford. No disrespect to Watford. You know, Watford are a good side, don't get us wrong, but Bournemouth have got more quality, they've got more about them. And Eddie Howe will tactically set up to frustrate us, at St James's Park this weekend behind us. And I think we've mentally got to be on the game. I think against Watford, yes, we got fortunate. It was a 50-50 game in the first half, and then we sort of edged them out in the second half. Watford had their chances. It was a 50-50 in terms of their opportunities in the second half, but I think we just edged them in terms of the quality. And the goal that we got was fully deserved because Watford, were wasteful. And Watford, for me, their plan was sort of frustrate us, but they didn't do enough of that. And Bournemouth will do that against us on Saturday. Bournemouth will not give silly opportunities away like Watford did. Bournemouth are very direct, and we've got to be on the game. Obviously, for me, the defence is important. We've had a few key injuries as of late. Jamal Lascelles is he's picked up an injury. I hope he's back for the game on Saturday, of course, but he's going to be key alongside Fernandes, because Bournemouth will get in behind our defence, and we've got to keep it tight. Despite us being the home side, Bournemouth are one of those teams where they're not afraid. They really are not afraid to get in behind us. But I think Rafa Benitez is going to get the team selection spot on Saturday. I think he's got to go with a more direct approach. I think we've got to match Bournemouth all over the pitch, because if we match them, we've got a very good chance of getting a result against the Cherries at St James's Park. I think if you look at the team lineup, you started Rondon against Watford. For me, I would drop him personally. Mutu obviously picked up a slight knock, so I don't know if he'll be back. Perez, for me, should start because he scored. It's only going to give him confidence, of course. Matt Ritchie and Shelby, for me, will keep their places because they're probably the best that we've got in terms of quality. But in terms of lining up alongside Shelby, why don't we give Key a start? I mean, I've said it all season. If you bring Key on, he's got quality. You could see what he could do, for Swansea when he was playing for them back in the day. That he has got quality, and that I'm not just saying it because of the free kick that he put into the box, but because he offers something different. And for me, Diarmé looks a little bit tired. We could bring on Diarmé in the second half. Some of the substitutions that Rafa made, you got them spot on, but you do have to question them sometimes. I mean, if you look at the substitutions, you only made them because they were forced upon him. But against Bournemouth on Saturday, it's going to be a completely different game. And if we have got time to bring on substitutions, he's got to bring them on at the right time. Just say, for example, in the second half, we're drawn 0-0. If there's a chance there to go and, nick the game, or let's just say we'll go 1-0 down, Rafa Benitez has got to make some substitutions around about the 60th minute, the 70th minute, not just like bring one on in like the 70th, 80th minute and that's it. He's got to be better in terms of his tactical nous against Bournemouth. I think it's going to be a tough game, don't get us wrong. I mean, yes, we are at home, at this beautiful stadium. But I don't want to underestimate Bournemouth too much, because they will want to come up for the 3 points as well. They'll be bringing a couple of hundred, or should I say 1,000 at the ground, because it's a long way to travel from Bournemouth. They're not exactly the most well supported, but they will be in loud voice. It's going to be one of those games where I think it will be frustrating for long parts, but if we can get behind their defence and cause them a problem, I think we can get something from the game. But like I say, final thoughts. Yeah, Bournemouth are going to set up here to frustrate. They're going to want to get one over again. They want to get 3 points. They want to get back on track. But so do we. I mean, at the end of the day, we've won one game against Watford, but we still need more points. For me, it's simply not enough. We've got to be beating teams like Bournemouth at St James's Park. Even though they are 6th, it's still early days in the Premier League. I still believe that we've got to start winning more games at home. We've got to start climbing the league table. The fixtures are very kind to us up until when we play Liverpool on Boxing Day. And now's a chance to start climbing up the league and really making a name for ourselves. And if we can get some points early doors, then Christmas won't be such a worry. Yes, we still need to strengthen in January, of course. And we'll just need to back up this result against Watford with a win against Bournemouth on Sunday. So let me know your thoughts about this game on Saturday. What team do you think Rafa Benitez should select? Are you concerned about the injuries as well? In terms of a score prediction, just like Watford, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Newcastle United. You've got to back your team, of course. I just believe that if we get the first goal, we've got to try and get the second, but if we can't, we've got to defend like we did against Watford in the second half, and hopefully the 3 points will be ours on Saturday evening. So anyway, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye with the lads.